I'm
No one
not
cares.
uncomfortable with it. I'm just stating facts. We are the same height. We are both 5'12".
No one cares.
I do like the idea of having a little tabby there.
There you go. Are we warming up to the idea of frame and panel?
No. Welcome back, friends.
Hello.
Welcome to episode 2 of Woodworking is Hard.
Were they episodes?
They are now.
Oh, that's cute.
Today's challenge is the same but different. We are going to build 2 objects in a set amount of time. We have already pre-decided that we're going to extend that time to 24 hours. There were some people in the comments that were like,
You could build a table in 12 hours.
yeah, you can.
Sure.
But we didn't. So, get off our back.
I like that the
Jeez.
shakers were brought into that. I know the shakers can build a table in a day. I know. They're better than me. What can I say? With celibacy, they've got a lot more time.
They've got...
It's true.
We are going to make a cabinet. And we've decided to throw a wrench into the works and challenge the other person to do something that they are very uncomfortable with. You have to have one element that is power carved.
I'm going to keep all my fingers, you promise?
If
Am I
you
gonna
cut a
get-
finger off power carving, you're
No, I
doing
meant
something
more like-
very wrong.
I meant more like I don't know. I'm going to have Band-Aids. I can feel it already.
That's probably true.
All right, then you have to use color, and it can't be blue, because blue is the only color he ever uses.
So, let's talk about ideas briefly.
Oh boy.
I have an idea. It is, admittedly, it's a sentimental idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
how out of character.
I'm a boy. I have emotions.
Okay.
Here's what I've got. Sarah and I got engaged recently. We got a card from our dear friend Sarah Kazar. Pressed mint from an artist who did a very limited series of these cards. What if this is the door for the cabinet?
Whoa.
Right? I mean, it has to be
Sure.
framed out. It has to
Yes.
have structural integrity. But
I would really like it if you just,
if it just,
taped that to the front of the cabinet. Okay, so in the past 2 years, I've been very into earrings, particularly ones made by friends and artists.
Sure.
So I was thinking about just making a long and narrow cabinet that just holds all of my earrings in a row.
Ooh.
And the other main idea that I have a whole bunch of them, but a cabinet for here that either holds my snacks or exactly 12 sparkling water cans.
Do you know where you're going with it yet?
No. It's going to be a long morning for me.
Well, let's do it.
I can just make it not fit Cheez-Its.
Well, what if I just trade you?
For a wider board?
Yeah.
That's fancy.
Is it?
So I can get top and bottom out of this.
Get top and bottom out of that. Are you going to be able to fit a Cheez-It in there?
The important question.
That is the imperative question.
The Cheez-Its are important here,
The
people.
Cheez-Its. Listen, we know the important snacks. Say again?
Can we get sponsored by Cheez-Its?
Just so you know, now we have a new channel goal.
I swear to God, by the time we make it big on this channel, we're gonna have Cheez-Its in the
These
bank.
are my actual dreams,
These,
honestly.
hey, if they don't want us now, I don't want them. That's how I feel about it.
Fair. I do like to keep my shop snack game pretty on point. I like to have options. Cheez-Its usually included.
Extra country.
Extra toasty.
Ah, I was so
You
close.
were close. Anyway, woodworking, I decided to make my cabinet out of cherry, mostly because I have the most of it, and here in Pennsylvania, it's pretty darn affordable. I do appreciate you lending me the extra wide pieces.
That's what friends are for.
You know, little tradesies, I think. But as I was doing the math, started cutting the carcass pieces, I decided that in order to make the interior components, the drawers, the shelves, the back panel, which will be shiplap, I needed thin stock. And instead of just throwing a bunch up the dust collector, I decided that I would resaw the material, which I usually start at the table saw. And then because currently we have a little blade on our bandsaw, I use that to finish up the resaw. I don't know if this is normal. It seems like you think it's weird.
You were the first person I ever saw do that, you and Rob, and it does make sense, and it's a habit I've adopted. As you know, when you spend too much time around one another, you pick up on each other's habits. It does make sense. The thing that bothers me about it is a bigger kerf, and so you lose more material.
Sure. And that's totally reasonable. And if I don't do it if I have the extra material, but in this case I did, so I went for it.
Well, and we have an underpowered bandsaw too, so it does make sense.
It's true.
And I mean, your Kobe bank shots are just 11 out of 10.
It's really what I'm in the shop for.
When does it shift away from Kobe? Like, when does it become like the LeBron?
You are asking the totally wrong
We are
person.
both old, so it's totally fine. So I chose to use butternut, not cherry, because I have a large quantity of it, and it is a delight to work with hand tools. If you are, friends, in any way a hand tool enthusiast, hobbyist, aficionado, whatever you want to call yourself, working with butternut and hand tools is an absolute joy. And also because of the cabinet that I'm making, the person I'm making it for, the material, butternut being among my favorite species to work, it all kind of made sense, and it makes,
Very cute. It's very sweet.
Every now and again, I can be a sweet boy, once in a blue moon. But also, what you see me do here is do the thing I always do, which is be way too aggressive with my care about how straight the grain lines are.
You said it, honestly.
Listen, I might have something wrong with my brain. There's no way to know. But what I do know is even after all of that, I still wasn't super comfortable with it.
I don't know that you are now.
So used to doing overlays that it bothers me.
I'm excited that we just organically are doing each other's norm. Fight through it.
It makes me want to shift.
I think this is a good mental exercise.
I hate it.
I hate this. Like, I'm so intimidated by it. It's good for us.
I don't like it.
Listen, I can't stop thinking about a Cheez-It sponsorship.
This is a Cheez-It sponsorship is gonna happen. It's just a matter of time.
Even just like some swag. I'd wear the heck out of a cool Cheez-It merch.
Only if you dress up like a Cheez-It in costume.
I feel like that's more your game.
Hey Cheez-Its, I'm willing to do an ad read where we dress up like Cheez-Its. Let's talk about this. Any Hoosiers, check-in time. It is 4 hours into the build.
Eric went and got us espresso.
I went and get coffee because caffeine is life. Let's talk about where we're at, what decisions have been made, where things are going. I am already feeling uncomfortable, ill at ease with the inset door, everything being so geometric and locked in place. And I can feel my instincts trying to like burst through the surface and add some organic lines somewhere.
Sure. What if it's like not like this, but like this in the fact that like the door somehow overhangs the drawer, so you can't open the drawer unless the door is open?
I was thinking about that. So that way, like, there's no pull.
Yeah.
This is why you talk things through with friends. That is a good idea. Shortly, I'm going to start doing the dovetails for the carcass joinery and just sit with all of the things running through my brain. Where are you at?
We're going to be cutting dovetails at the same time, which will be good, because that'll be...
It's a dovetail off.
It's... No.
It's a walk-off. It's a walk-off.
I just cut my case pieces to size. And yeah, I'm going to lay out some dovetails.
Love that energy.
I'm really proud of you for being uncomfortable.
Thanks, friend.
Thanks. I'm proud.
Same?
Yeah?
That's what friends are for.
I mean, I'm making a cabinet that is so much like the cabinets that you make. And like everybody makes. Like Amanda has one over there. Like everybody makes them this way. But I am so used to making frame and panel inset doors that this like solid wood overhang door
I'm proud
is
of
like...
you for living in the tension.
Whew!
Let's keep going.
I got a treat for you. You got an Amazon box.
Thank you.
But also,
What is that? Oh my god, shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up.
first official merch, baby! Woo! Hey, friends. Do you want to support the channel? Guess what you can get now? You can get official Woodworking is Hard merch because clamps make Larissa feel safe.
It's true, they do.
This one's a small.
This is so many shirts.
I gotta make sure that they work, you know? Now we got merch. You can check out the link below if you want to go support the channel that way. Thanks, Fran.
Thanks, Eric. Oh my god, this is hilarious.
Hey, friends.
It's hard for you.
So this is the 12-hour check-in.
And
You gotta, if you're gonna clap on camera, dog. Action. So we've got a guest today, but we finished the first half of the build in 12 hours, and we're too tired and unhappy to film reasonably good content. But we both have carcasses together.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
We made some insane choices in the first 12.
If you're gonna have a 24-hour cabinet build-off, maybe don't both cut dovetails.
I think it was worth the price of time and feelings and stress.
I'm trying to visualize what that equation looks like. They look good, they feel good. How do you feel about it?
I feel like if I would have made any other choice, I would have been bummed.
I agree. I think it's going to look lovely as a composition. And the door is just a piece of wood, so it's not going to be a huge issue.
It's true.
Yeah, my dovetails are done. They look fine.
Do you know what color you're gonna go with? Because
I'm
it
li-
can't be blue.
It can't be blue, but it can be green.
It can be green.
And the leaves are green, so I think that'll work.
Okay.
Do you have green?
I do.
Can I borrow green?
Yes.
Keith, can you give us a fair and reasonable critique of the dovetails?
Oh no.
If you're gonna go butt to camera, I'm gonna sell this on OnlyFans. Come behind the bench, dog. He makes
being on
YouTube videos for a living.
All right, I like the proud dovetail look. That gives you that tactile feel if you want to walk up and touch it. Now, I like this case because it is set back, but the dovetails fit in nicely, give that little ledge. I like that look. See, those are going to be nice and tight. It's a little
It's a little
loosey-goosey right
loose.
now because
Yep.
it's just a dry hump. But
What?
other than that, in the construction biz, you got to dry hump it first.
gotta dry hump the half blinds. That's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
What a supportive friend.
Honestly. Okay, well, we need to get back to actually making cabinets. So, part 2?
Sure. What if I was like, no? For what it's worth, I could have said no.
You could have said no, but listen, we have to have a rule now. It's a yes and vibe, okay? We have to play off
All right,
one
I
another.
agree. I
Okay,
agree.
all right. So, yes and we are going from rough pile of sticks to cabinet by the end of this voiceover.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the aim. That's the aim. So I milled up a bunch of thin stock, and part of the issue with thin stock is it moving because we're at that point in the year. It's late spring, it's early summer. The humidity fluctuations are intense, and when you're gluing up thin stock like this, it's difficult to get it dead flat. So you have to be very careful and very mindful, and it's hard to work slowly and carefully when you do have a time limit. So that's a fun thing that we do to ourselves, and that, I believe, is the technical definition of masochism. Your dance moves in the shop, by the way. I do like to know that you are in a good mood, you know? It's one of those, and then you're just like, I'm just going to keep vibing to whatever's happening in my headphones. I dig it. So once I got all of my joinery done for my door and my back panel, then I could start gluing all of the things up. So I did some interior surface prep. I did a glue up with the main carcass, which took all of 8 seconds because of the power of editing. And in real life, it took roughly about the same amount of time.
Yeah, exactly the same amount of
It
time.
always is so fast and so easy. Then I painted the interior. So this is where I fulfilled my
Challenge?
thank
color?
you.
Yeah.
There we got there together as a team. I fulfilled my challenge of color. I did not use blue. I used green, and all's well that ends well. you know? So now that the only door on
the
this,
front door.
it is the front door, is glued up, then I can think about how I'm going to inlay this card and hit that sentimental ideal of this cabinet as well.
Sure. Well, you're doing it.
Not yet, but in the next couple of minutes of this video, I will be.
Amazing. I am also trying to go from pile of parts to cabinet. So I had used the Origin to cut the pins for the shelf because it was quick and easy, and then decided the easiest way to cut the grooves for my fixed shelf was with a plunge router.
Is that the first time you've ever used the track saw to do internal joinery like that?
No.
No?
Oh, no.
Or the track for the saw, which then becomes the track for the router?
Yeah, I knew what you meant. And no, the answer is still no.
It's dope.
Yeah, no, it was very helpful. It worked really well. And then I rabbited the back. And I don't go all the way up into the pins of my dovetails because I'm afraid they're going to break out. So I glue it together and then clamp on these support fences.
Wild trick. I've never seen anybody else do that, and I'm 100% stealing that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not stealing. I didn't invent it. And then I had to switch gears to get the back in place, and this thin stuff kind of went super wonky, but I either screw or brad nail my shiplap in, so that way it's pinned to the rabbets and the shelf, so that'll hold it pretty flat. And then I can like emotionally gear up to power carve for the first time because I've now run out of things that I have to do, really, except the drawer.
Oh yeah, that whole other component, which was a
drawer.
critical component of the design
It's
challenge.
true. The drawer, I actually remember having this moment where I was like, oh, great, I have to do the drawer. Put off this thing a little longer. Because of nerves, to be clear. But I decided dovetails weren't in the cards as far as time goes. So classic pinned rabbet, cute little detail, time efficient, and the drawer will outlast me. So that's really all I can ask for.
It gets the job done.
It
What else
does.
do you want?
I
out of
like
life?
it. I like
no
the little-
hate for pinned rabbits.
Agreed.
Pinned rabbits for the win.
And when they're done, I have to power carve.
You can say whatever you want, friend. But if you say funny shit off camera, it hurts them. They're the ones who lose. This
Good
is
start.
a weird.
Strong start.
This is a weird
framing.
angle. Yeah.
Should I
don't
sit
know.
in the middle? Should I move this?
Why don't we sit in front? We're gonna get better at this YouTube thing.
That's not the right side.
That's not. I know. You see what happened was, it's been 7 metric lifetimes since our last check-in. I feel like I have more grays and wrinkles now. That's how long it's been.
Apparently, we also now can count time and weight.
How long have we been working on these goddamn cabinets?
Well, technically, or
we are still within the 24-hour
correct.
guideline.
Although we are getting very close.
I feel like we have maybe 3 to 4 left. The last 6 weeks have been f***ing nuts. Sorry.
Curse lessons.
There's already... Just
My
can't be.
mom watches this.
Hi. Hello. How are you? You doing well today? Any Hoosiers, the cabinets. Here's where we're at. Where are you at, buddy? What's poppin'?
I think I have pretty much everything done except the hinges have to go in, and I have to do the power carving. I did a really good job of kicking that way down the road.
What is your plan for the power carving? Like, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. This door is very, very boring as it is. Because you make cabinets of this design a
100%.
fair amount.
Yeah.
And they all look lovely with the power carving. But suddenly I put the door in front of it and I was like, well, that looks very uninteresting. So I am actually excited about the power carving.
Okay.
But I also decided that these hinges are trash.
Yeah, I think this is, I was thinking about it over the last few minutes, and it's lovely. It's got a really nice form to it, and it's feeling, what's the word? Pekovichian, if you will. I think I'm also going to power carve the drawer front a little bit. The question I have right now is what to do with the card. Ma'am, if you could, I have a question for you. Here's the sitch. This cabinet. You've seen it coming together a little bit. The initial plan was to inlay something into the door, but now I'm thinking maybe back panel. Here's the thing. So the reason that the trim has some green to it is because this is the card that's going to get inset in there.
I know that card. Yes, you do.
I mean, this is going to be a cabinet that you're living with.
Mm-hmm.
So...
I did not know that. So
So, do you want it to be inside, outside, back panel? Boop. does look nice.
It
That was the
explains
original
the
plan.
green.
It does
I
explain
like
the
that.
green.
It explains the green, and you can immediately see it.
Right?
It sounds like we're going front.
I dig it.
That's my vote.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate your help. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Say hi to your mother for me.
Hey, Larissa's mom. What's up?
Start the timer.
Final stretch.
Woo!
Sorry.
It's very, like, deliberate.
You go nutrition facts out, huh? That's bold. Oh, hi and hello, friends. It's been a god minute.
It's been 24 hours.
It's been 24 years, I think, since we started these cabinets. How do you feel about this thing?
I think there's a lot of room for improvement, but I think it will store my snacks.
It will do that. What are the measurements?
You know what I'm gonna say?
Straight
No. Straight measuring my snacks. All of this was based exclusively on snack size.
What was the primary measurement that you based the cabinet off of? Was it the chip bag? Was it the sparkle? Was it the Cheez-It? What was the first thing that you were like, this is what the cabinet's around?
Okay, so this isn't super realistic. But the width is 3 Cheez-It boxes.
Nailed it. See? This is the information we need. It's how many, what's the proportion? 3 Cheez-Its by 2.5 Cheez-Its.
It's 3 Cheez-It boxes wide.
That's a good unit of measurement. That's not worse than feet and inches.
Is it Cheez-It boxes or Cheez-Its?
Oh.
And I power carved a thing.
You did power carve a thing. Okay, all right. So we know, we've already said, presumably, that Sabretooth is the sponsor of this video.
Yes.
So this has a very specific vibe, and I want to know what your thought was behind what you were trying to do.
Is the vibe nerd clusters?
100% is
Yeah.
nerd clusters.
That feels okay for my first go around with power carving. It feels interesting. Realistically, the takeaway is I'm excited to try power carving in other applications.
Can't wait. Back to you.
I do think that this cabinet is reasonably successful. I needed to make a display case, something that offered a reason for this card to be in existence on the wall that wasn't just in a frame and stale. And that, I think it does really well. The challenge to incorporate color, I will say, is subtle. I will not pretend that I was bold with it, but I think it actually works really well. The texture in the handle, I think, okay. It's not bad. Hey, that's episode 2.
Wow.
Wow. Friends, thanks for joining us. I hope this one was decent. I hope it didn't let you down after episode 1. Episode 1 was a banger.
I'm really nervous.
I feel good about what we did. What I will say is I think that these cabinets are better than the tables we made in episode 1. Come back for episode 3, please.
Oh, it's
we love
only
you
gonna
so
get
much.
better.
It's only going to get worse. Thanks, bye!
Cheez-Its feels to me like if I'm snacking on a Cheez-It at 2 p.m., I'm ingesting some, not anything real, but some nutrients. Let's see.
I want a carb count. I want a protein count.
I'm saying you're getting wheat, you're getting iron.
There's no way iron is the second ingredient in Cheez-Its.
I'm just reading it.
Just what's the riboflavin count? Like, what are we doing?
I'm
here?
not saying it's good for you.